Today marks 1207 days sharing lessons I learned and continue to learn with all of you. I hope these lessons will inspire you, support your dreams, help you achieve your goals, and really empower you to become the person you want to become. Today, speak about really pursuing something meaningful, really leaving your current position for something more beneficial, something more empowering, something more purposeful, something more meaningful. I think that when I think about really that transition from employee to entrepreneur, from employee to business owner to from employee to some kind of artist, whatever it is, and making that transition, is scary. That might be scary. I think a lot of times people stay in that spot much longer than they're supposed to be. Today I'll share based on Bible, based on Moses' story, based on Israelites moving from Egypt to dreamland, to promised land. This was not an easy transition for them as well. They when they left first time the Egypt, what did they do? They encountered a massive struggle. The Red Sea that was in front of them, and then what they did, they complained. They fear of Red Sea, and they complained. They said, why we left this place? We needed to go back to Egypt. But of course, Moses was able to do the wonder, miracle, and bring them back to to another side. But at the same time, I think it's very important to understand that be afraid of something. When we take that action and we encounter some kind of challenge, we need to understand that some resources will show up in your life. I truly believe that in life, when you make decision, when you finally make decision to leave your spot, comfortable spot, there's two things. Two things always will show up. Number one, the resources will show up, the things that you never thought is possible. Always show up. Second thing, the things that you thought will be easy will be the hardest things, will be challenges to overcome. When you know that, of course, I think that at that moment you are ready and expect challenge, expect difficulties, expect struggle, but at the same time you expect that there will be some miracles, some things will come to your way, or universe will send some resources for you to really pursue that dream that you have in your heart. Second thing that when I think about church, that when you really make this transition, you left the spot where you used to be very comfortable. Israelites start to really complain. They start to complain about the hunger, and I said that why we would better died in Egypt. At least we are not um, have a hunger. I think that that's exactly what happens in our lives as well. When we finally make that transition, moving from employees to entrepreneurs, it might be that we just do not have that that comfort of this food given every single month, that paycheck coming in every single month. And it's for the first time it might be scary because your effort is not giving you potentially rewards immediately. So you should be able to get food right away, to the paycheck right away, but now you're not getting it. So we could potentially could start complaining and looking back. Oh, that's I used to get my at least my paycheck. I think that we need to really be able to really transition from that mindset and transition to really say that I'm working right now, I'm getting results, but after that I will get tenfold. Because when you start complaining, what happens? What happens when you start complaining? You're not enjoying the moment, that means. You're not enjoying the journey. And if you're complaining, that means that you will not stick around for a long time. People who really succeed in that journey, moving from employee to entrepreneur and from employee to or from wherever you are, wherever you want to be. People who make that transition also on that journey, they need to enjoy the process. Doesn't matter. It might be terrible. It might be painful. It might be hurtful. But I think that we need to really learn how to enjoy the process. Because besides the Israelites that complaining about the water, they complaining about the thirst as well. Why did you put that through those tests? That's what Israelites was complaining. And again, now we potentially could say like, why is so difficult? Why there's so many challenges? Why there is so hard to really to get where I want to go? I think if that journey would be so simple, so easy, everyone would do it, but it's not. The majority of the time is simple, but that's not easy. Because a lot of times we just need to stick in the game. We need to enjoy the game. We need to enjoy the journey. Because there will be a lot of tests. You're not supposed to complain about those tests, but start to see those tests as a benefit to you because you're able to improve, you're able to get better, you're able to develop character, you're able to really develop the traits that you want to see in yourself when you look into that journey. Because I think that the most important part is not just journey, but who you become through that journey to when you get to destination, you are already that person who deserves and earned the things that you always wanted. Next thing that I want to mention is that what was Israelites, what they did, they always was longing for Egyptian food, Egyptian places, Egyptian living. So that means that you move into that direction, but you always longing for the comfort of the past. I think that this is the wrong place to be because if you always focus on the previous, on the past, you're not able because you're not able to focus on two things at the same time. If you're focusing on the past, that means that you're not focusing on right now and not focusing on the future. So being able to say like, no, I'm longing for that future. I'm longing for the beautiful thing that will come. Because when you long enough for the past, people choose to quit that journey towards that better tomorrow because that past becomes so much more powerful than the future that is worthy of pursuing. That's something you need to remember. Like, why did they pursue this journey? Why did they start to make this transition in the first place? Because people who forget why they started this journey, they go back where they came from. They go back to their comfort. They go back into that place that they said that I don't want to be there anymore. And after a while, they said, oh, I don't want to be there anymore again. And they go back to this journey and they go back and back. They go from comfort to something more meaningful, but at the same time, they never go to that other direction because they constantly go back. So that means we need to be able not to long the past, forget about the past. That's why that's a beautiful saying is that burn the boats. Burn the boats because there's nothing back. There's only forward. Now, next one I want to mention about their journey, about Israelite journey, is that fear of entering the promised land. And there's people who went to double check how that people who live in those lands, how they look like. And people some came back and said like that they are tall, they are strong, they have everything in between. And people became fearful and said like, why we started this journey? We will die now here in the middle of nowhere. I think we need to understand that when you actually know your vision, when you see that's okay, what is your vision? And what you will see? You will see that you are not capable to achieve that vision yet. You're not confident enough, you don't have courage, you don't have confidence. There's a lot of things that is missing right now to achieve that final vision. But that's how it's supposed to be. Because we need to understand that if our vision doesn't scare us, it means that the vision is too small. Because what that means is that if I want to achieve that vision, I need to grow myself, improve myself, develop myself, transform, evolve. And that's exactly what you're supposed to do. So rather than have a fear of that vision, you're supposed to have excitement that we need to become somebody different, have a different identity, different behaviors, different habits, different process, different things that allows us to develop into the person who will be able to achieve that vision. I think it's so powerful and it's so valuable. And I think that this Israelites and the Moses story, how they went and majority of people who really wondered for 40 years never really reached the promised land because they complained. Because they complained, all of the kids reach promised land. So I think that we need to really learn how to not complain and really enjoy the process and really move forward because otherwise we will achieve that promised land so late that maybe only our kids will be able to really celebrate your efforts. That's a great thing. But why not to enjoy the great things in our life as well? Why not enjoy great things while we're young? Why not? I think it's very, very important to really understand that the more we complain, the more we delay great things coming to our lives. Because God has said that He punished for complaining. He didn't allow people to really to send plagues and send a lot of different things that even made even more challenging. So complaints makes you more challenging. But when we are able to change our mindset, able to stay that's grateful, because one thing that I think that I found is that I used to be complaining as well. I was complaining, like I made a transition from employee to entrepreneur, and there's a lot of things that was challenges, and I was like, did I really made the right choice? I was asking myself that a lot of times, did I made the right choice to make that transition, making that shift? And I was asking God, like, why did you put that dream into my head? Why did you put that dream into my head? Because I'm not able to do nothing else, just pursue something more meaningful. But the reality is that I'm supposed to be grateful and really pursue with all my heart the dream and the goal and the vision that is in my head. Because God, what it is, He gives you idea of possible future, give idea of what it, but He doesn't say how He will do it. He doesn't give you a plan. And this is again, we able to earn the right to achieve that vision that that I truly believe God have put into us. And we rather than shy away from it, I think we need to really work towards it and not complain about things about the journey. I think this is it's not easy and it's not easy, but I think that I realized that I used to be complaining too much. And I'm changing that complaining to gratefulness because I'm not able to complain and be grateful at the same time. So which one do you want to be and which one do you prefer? Grateful or complain? And I think that it's an easy choice. We need to learn how to be grateful every single part of the journey. So I hope you choose to win and see you tomorrow.